So here we are back, and now it pulls into the garage, and man, time cut.
We delivered the car. Finally, Tim was able to put eyes on it. I mean, we've got almost a year now into that build. Yeah. Quite a bit. So the project, obviously, like most projects, takes a turn at certain points and says, okay, we need more of this, less of that. No, it's more of this. We did run into a lot of situations, especially batteries. People don't understand these builds. You're adding about almost 1,000 pounds of batteries into these vehicles. These vehicles weren't designed for it, first off. And structurally, secondly, where are you gonna put all that stuff? Not only are they heavy, they take up a lot of mass inside the car. So we had to go in there, do a lot of re-engineering for the batteries, the structures, but hey, the car's here.
And what is this? This is stainless?
6061 billet aluminum. And that's shaved down to about 6 microns on all the surface finishes. We don't even use gaskets between here because the tolerance is so perfect that we get a full seal on all this. Everything that we machine is done by a guy that does aerospace stuff. So this is straight off the machine too. This is not polished. That's how well this is done. If you look at the machine marks in it, you can see them, but we literally just take mothers to it just to take our fingerprints off it.
But if you paint it, it won't have as many fingerprints.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to paint this. We'll just
between here and here.
No, just this part. He wants.
Oh, just that. Okay.
Just to set some green on both sides.
I got to remember that it's all being recorded.
What would you say was the biggest hurdle?
Batteries.
Batteries. Yeah. Batteries.
It always is.
No question. And then, so I work with a lot of people who are generally starting up their business or conversion or project or whatever. And the one thing that, bar none, this is the most common question, what's the hardest part about building an EV? And hands down, it's the batteries, the configuration, the placement. You know, these cars, like I said, they weren't meant to have 1,000 extra pounds, either in the back, front, whatever, so you need to space that out. And there's a lot of engineering time that comes into play when you're designing the battery pack. So that's by far the hardest.
And not only that, the battery is the most volatile part of the car. It's the only part of the car that could possibly catch on fire and has all the energy stored inside of it. So not only do you have to find out where to put them in the car to balance the car out and fit them, you have to put them in a place where you'll be safe enough that if something were to go wrong, that they're not going to come out and say hello to you.
There is a new fire extinguisher. It's
yeah, we have one.
Liquid nitrogen.
We have one made out of a salt base for batteries.
That works?
Yeah, but I mean, all this stuff here. This is
okay. It's underneath. It's underneath your ass that I worry about.
Yeah.
Catching fire.
Well, get out of the car. We're not going to put it out.
The batteries are a certain size, like the pack is a certain size. And we have squeezed this into a car that never was meant to have batteries. And this man's hands are the only ones that could get in there.
His profile is a lot
to get
thinner.
into these areas that were super precarious to connect things like I don't even understand.
But it's given us a lot of experience with how to design stuff moving forward now. Like, we know how tight we can make battery boxes and get away with it.
Yeah.
Well, every time we do anything, we learn from it. I mean, the day you feel like, oh yeah, we got this, I think that's the day you start going in the opposite direction.
I think you said
The day you stop learning,
they throw dirt in your face.
This is true. We just put 7 battery modules that weigh 55 pounds a piece in the battery. So all your weight now is shifting. We were guessing 60-40 or 55-45 on the weight split favoring the rear of this vehicle.
For the motor.
I have one.
Okay, then
We got
just
it.
have him do some.
Oh, back there?
Oh, real life.
Yeah.
So here, take a look at the dash.
And I'll show you better. You know what I mean? Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Is there gonna be?
I like that expression.
Some kind of covering for the wiring that's gonna go through? Yeah,
That's a good response.
cover that goes through.
No, it's going to sit there like that.
I gotta cover the carpet pad.
No, it's going to be a zip tie.
You can do a lot with carpet pad.
There'll be a zip tie, of course. What do
You make that disappear? You know,
No.
I think you just cut it out.
Yeah,
You're surprised what I gotta cover. Though.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
just-
people will leave that, and I gotta be like, how am I
Just a
gonna make
big
this-
bag. There'll be a big bag and then you zip tie it.
Did you see the brake pedal switch mount that we had to build for this thing? Look
that-
at that clear thing underneath the steering column around
Is
the
that
wheel.
dimmable?
What the hell?
It can be.
You'd have to put a resistor on it.
Yeah. Or I think potentiometer.
Dimmable? I don't know.
Well, that's bright now, but at night that's going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, you just put it's 12 volt.
Yeah.
You put a dimmer on.
Right, it should have a dimmer on it.
If the PWM doesn't work, they have those dimmers that just do 12 volt.
Yeah, because that's really close to the. Lick your fingers and touch this.
Off the top of your heads, if you can rattle off the things that you worked on.
You're going to go front to the back of the car, contactor box at the very front. So designed and manufactured a whole run of contactor boxes based off of this car.
Yep.
Would be number one.
Now, what he means though, and that's a new product offered by Revolt Systems because of the VIC.
Yeah, we couldn't find a contactor box that did everything we wanted it to do. So Eddie B designed one, and Slick
Yep.
Will, our buddy,
Yep.
is building these now. The main radiator got completely replumbed, all the fittings moved
Yep.
on it. The motor is a ground up design from you.
Yeah,
What's
Yep.
next furthest back from there? So all the cooling
All the
system was.
connections to the batteries, like all those as well.
We haven't even got to a battery yet.
Oh, okay.
All the CAN networks that had to go in the car.
Battery boxes
Battery
were
boxes
redesigned.
from scratch. Send these huge pieces of aluminium. These things they're like a black box. They're like super rigid.
I mean, everything in that car, from cooling
The
to.
cooling manifolds, we had to get the cooling manifolds made.
those are
again,
custom
from
made.
scratch, yeah.
Yep.
Traditionally, the cause of catching fire.
Usually over voltage, over amperage, which causes heat. So thermal runaway is what causes them to go.
Those components have been checked on this?
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're not gonna, these batteries, you're not gonna be able to cook them with this motor. It's when you're supercharging and then coming back down and you stress them out to the right. Now remember, Tesla built these batteries for that motor.
Right.
You're running everything that's OEM.
So Elon was okay with this.
I think so.
We talked to Elon.
Did you
and
call
called Elon and said, we need your batteries because I know Tesla is so helpful
Yeah.
to custom people.
Complete wiring, all the
Dashboard.
2-watt.
Oh, that's right. All the
Custom
instrumentation.
gauges.
From
With
Speed Hut. So Speed Hut supplied us specific, I'm sure you'll have a shot of it somewhere, but specific gauges that fit the car that have the battery voltage and everything else on an analog needle switch, which I really, really like.
And that's going to start going into every one of our builds because I personally, I fly airplanes. I like steam gauges. I like looking at a physical needle moving across the actual backplane versus an LCD. Even on an LCD screen, you don't get that three-dimensional effect on it.
Custom drive shaft.
I mean, everything is fused. We followed all protocol to make sure that happened, but you're dealing with a battery that could produce over 2,500 amps.
Just went to the bathroom in my own pants.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm afraid of that. I've just got kids that will be in the car. Maybe not now.
Stuff that we've done on the car, we got as far back as the dashboard. I'm thinking of stuff we missed in front of the dashboard, and even then we're running on.
Yeah,
stuff
tons.
we've done.
Cooling
before
fans.
You get into AEM, chargers, the BMSs, the
Relays.
distribution boxes. Yeah, it's a job.
This is like in science fiction terms. It seemed like a minute to me, but it's been months to you. So here we are back, and now it pulls into the garage. And man, time cut. This is almost reminds me of what I was warned about. These take a lot longer, especially at this level, than because I don't have my own shop, so I'm farming this out. But here we are back at Bodie's, pulling it in. Crew all there waiting for him, and here we are with the Vic sitting here.
This radiator is major overkill for the amount of heat that this car produces. But I know you guys are here in the valley. I know it gets a little bit warm during the summertime. Yeah.
Yeah, but I said, what's the turning radius? That's what when you pulled into the garage in that first shot, the turning radius was a little shocking.
Well, the lower sway bar arm is what's diving into you can see the scratches on the loop. So that just has to be moved.
Just so it's a tractable car. When you pull in the garage, you look at it and do
I couldn't turn. I didn't want to destroy your rims any more than I already did.
So he wasn't going over it. He had more room, but he was afraid to hit.
Yeah.
Because it does hit right.
Yeah, you see the scuff marks on the
Yeah,
rim?
so that's the, okay.
I'll move that, you'll get a lot more. But I'm going to have to put a stopper on it. because
Right. And it looked too low. I mean, it's cool as hell.
I was trying to go super gangster on you.
Well, but I'm saying, does it, when you had, there was a section on the front, correct? Or was this how it was?
This is how it was. So one thing too, I'll add, and Bodie and I already talked about this, is this is your main high voltage contactor.
Perfect.
So this,
Right in the
everything runs here. Exactly. So we already chatted about this.
Perfect.
Bash guard.
Everything really unsafe, put it right out front.
Hey, Brett, you got to move your car. I'm going to take this for a little spin.